Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a great evening. Of course, it is Tuesday, which means it is another episode of the Collector Sector. Of course, hosted by myself, Cushy Mama. Where we are here today, and what we do here, I shall say, is of course we get to talk to other people within the toy community realm, whether that be toy photographers, collectors, makers, manufacturers, comic book collectors, whatever your collecting hobby may be. We're here over at the Collector Sector. So thank you so much for joining in. And today, of course, we are very thrilled to bring on one of the co-hosts, of course, of quite a few shows over on the YouTube. Of course, we have our co-host of Blitz Figs, which is a co-host of the Pic Bar on YouTube on Wednesdays and Fridays, I believe, as well as Lazy Boyz on Sundays. So, of course, throughout the stream, their information will be all over the screen. Of course, drop your comments or any questions you might have. We'll get them up on the screen. I will remember this week. I promise, I promise, I promise. But of course, it's all about just having a good time, getting to know more about Blitz, what Blitz has going on, maybe what the Pic Bar has, what the community in general has going on. And, we'll just go from there. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, be sure to hit the notify bell so that you know when we're going live and of course when the new videos are coming up. Now bear with me, for some reason my setup is going in and out for some reason tonight. I don't know why. I might switch cameras shortly, but I'll get it figured out. But other than that, we'll get Blitz on. We'll see what's up to, what he's up to, what's going on for the Pic Bar next, because I think they have a show coming up tomorrow. Can't quite remember who the guest is. And as well, there was some more announcements going on with the Pic Bar and some giveaways. So without further ado, our friend Blitz Figs. Hey, friend, how's it going today?
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I was just like, wait, is that me or is it you this time?
It looks like I hit the mute button by accident.
That's okay. You know what? Around here at the Collector Sector, it's all about mess ups as long as you're willing to own up to your mistakes. Right?
Yeah.
So that's all good. So during this thing, I might have to switch over here. Hey guys, I'm going to have a second camera over here. Hey, so my camera is kicking in and out over here just for safety. So welcome everybody. Thanks, Blitz, for being here once again.
Thank you.
I'm thrilled. So I'm going to kick myself off the other camera and I shall be right back. So perfect. All right. You can hear me, Blitz. Yes.
Yes, I can.
Perfect. All right. Just going to mute that. All right. All righty. All right. Sorry. Now that we got it all figured out, I knew something was going to screw up at some point in time. Just had to figure out when it was going to be. So, perfect. All right. So Blitz, tell us about Blitz. I mean, aside from the Pic Bar, which most of our viewers are going to know you from, as well as Lazy Boy on Sundays, tell us more about Blitz and himself, away from those groups.
So I guess I'll start with like how I started.
Yeah,
so originally I was a video game collector. I was heavy into collecting video games, and this was about 6-7 years ago. But video games is very costly, so it was like, and then I hit a bump in the road at the time, and I sold my entire video game collection. It was like about 14, 15 grand worth of video games. And I had figures with my video games. And I kept the figures because I'm like, well, they're not going to buy the figures with the video games.
No.
And then I just started collecting figures here and there, nothing crazy. And then I actually started out as a Lego collector for photography.
Okay.
Green. And then I had a few Lego sets. I would take photos, and the first person that spoke to me in the community was Tuscan Traders. And he introduced me to a few guys, and he was like, "Man, you got to start getting figures. You got to start getting figures." And he convinced me to start buying. And believe it or not, my first 9 to 10 figures were McFarlane's.
Of course they were.
And I started branching out little by little. I started going heavy into Marvel Legends, and then I started into Black Series because I've always loved Star Wars. And then I was just dabbling in everything at the time, and I was grabbing anything and everything I could. And then it was just like, what else do I do? There was a point in time where I was gonna stop, but Tuscan Traders ran, and he kept pushing me. He used to always get on me for having my figures in boxes. He used to make me take them out. um, but then other than that, I started getting heavy into the toy photography. I've been doing it for probably like almost 5 years now, about 4 or 5 years. Yeah, give or take. And I've had the pleasure of meeting many wonderful people in the community in person and having a circle of people that IG's crazy. Like you meet people and you're like, yeah, you talk to people here and there about it, whatever. But I have a circle of people where we talk every single day. Like I think my biggest fan is Toy Addict. Like
Oh, he so is, man. Trust me. I've talked to him. He is your fan.
we talk every
Yeah,
day. Like he
yeah.
FaceTimes me every day. We it's not a day we don't talk.
Of course, he's a good guy though too. It also helps that you guys are both, if I'm correct, Puerto Rican or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's probably another
That's
reason
my
too.
wepa. Yeah,
Right? I know that I knew right away because he explained that to me one time.
yeah.
No, good people all around. So yeah, that's good.
And then I mean, here I am now, host of Lazy Boy, co-host of Lazy Boys, co-host of Pic Bar and Friday Night Feats, and amongst other stuff going on in the community.
Oh, for sure. You guys are all over the place. Like every time I go to the gym, I swear my phone's like notification, Lazy Boys going live, Pic Bar going live. I'm like, well, here I am. Let's do this, right? So, no, good for you because you guys obviously commit quite a bit of time together as an
Yeah,
individual group, right? So good for you. It's very hard to coordinate things, and especially like before, like Thor is in a different time zone than you would be, and vice versa, right? So good for you guys getting it together and getting your rhythm, and bringing on people within the community as well, right? So, and that's why
yeah,
I respect the shit out of you guys because I've seen where some groups are like very, very keen on just these certain people, and then there's, we're willing other people are willing to branch out further and get those little guys in there, right? So good for you guys.
well,
Right?
one of the things we've always discussed, like when how can I say, like when we do the Pic Bar and Lazy Boys and we set up, they're like we don't prep nothing. There's nothing rehearsed, nothing we're gonna discuss. It's whatever happens, happens. It flows, and that's us.
That's
And
right.
that's been us since day one. But like the way the Pic Bar is and the way we do Lazy Boys is we always see it as somebody gave us a chance. And for us, that was Ryan. Tuscan gave us a chance. He brought us together. If there would be no Pic Bar, there would be no Lazy Boys if it wasn't for Ryan. So the way we see it is when we do the features like on Pic Bar and when we do we look for people to come on Lazy Boys, it's we try to get newer people who are just starting the hobby so they can get to see like there's a community out there that doesn't care about numbers because we don't care about numbers. We just care about the interaction and having fun. And a lot of people get lost with the fact that the hobby is work. It's not work. It's fun. And you got to treat it as fun because that's what it was before you did IG, before you did photos. So that's how we approach it.
Oh, for
Give
sure.
everybody that opportunity.
For sure. Like, I agree with you guys 100% in that regard because, like, I don't expect any of my stuff to ever get me paid. Ever, right?
Yeah.
But never, ever, ever, ever. So it's all about fun, right? But some
Yep.
people take the fun from that, but for the most part, the community is great. I'll make sure that fun
Yes.
is right. So no, I agree with you guys 100% on that. It's all about there's always a stepping stone for you, for me, for everybody. So why not return that favor and become a stepping stone or a role model or a mentor, right? So which you
Mm-hmm.
guys are trying to do anywho, right? And I do know a lot of people who are very fond of your work and Thor's work and whatnot. So like it
Thank you.
shows, right? So no, you guys are good like that. I love the Pic Bar. It is one of the shows on YouTube that I actually make sure that I try to watch it every week. Try. But when you guys start doing Arnold voices and I'm doing like Arnold presses at the gym, I can't handle it anymore.
Go on, pump it up now, yeah.
I died that day. So no, good for you. And you guys have been doing it for quite a while now, which is great because you can just
Yeah.
see how comfortable you guys are with each other for essentially being strangers in the beginning, right? Like you guys didn't know each other outside of Instagram, I imagine, right? You guys just came together
Yeah.
through community, and this is where we're at now, right? So that's what I respect the most, right? So it wasn't just boom, happened overnight, right? So good for you.
Yeah,
Good
thank
for you.
you.
Yeah. So of course we're seeing some comments. I love like McFarlane. We're not even gonna start with that. Well, we have some people popping in. It's all
What's
about
going
playing with
on?
toys. It's about playing with toys, meeting cool like-minded people, and having a good time.
That's
That's
right.
exactly what it's all about. Whether you're a collector, photographer, whatever, right? So I know I don't spend thousands and thousands of dollars to be angry, right?
Exactly.
To be angry. So, with that being said, now I'm a fan of some of your collection because I've seen a lot of it. Like you photograph quite a bit of different things, everything from Disney. I've seen some Lightning McQueen pictures that I loved up there. You got your Storm collectible collection, which I just saw the video of recently, and I was like, damn. I was like proud and I'm like, God damn, right? So would you say that your Storm collectibles is your biggest collection, or is it Black like Star Wars? Because you said you're quite a bit of a Star Wars.
Oh, it's definitely Black Series.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not a
I
Star
have over 250 Black Series figures.
Wars. Good for you. I have four. I have four. I've never even sat through a full Star Wars. It's still a movie that I have to watch because I have to at this point. But my son likes the Stormtroopers, so we have a couple of the Black Series ones here.
Nice.
I can never get into them because I can't say that I'm a fan and just jump into that. But good for you, right? Because I see them and they look great. These figures. I'm like, it's just not me to pull the trigger at $40 for no reason if a 6-year-old's gonna play with it.
I hear you. I
Right?
definitely hear you.
Yeah. So no, that's good. So, what is your favorite thing to photograph then? Because I know recently I've been seeing a lot of Mortal Kombat because your Storm collectibles. You love those things. We know,
Yeah.
all know when you get them, and right. So, um, is that kind of your favorite line? Like kind of like the more video game type because that's kind of where you started, right? So,
Yeah.
I kind of forget.
Um, I would say Mortal Kombat is definitely fun to photograph. There
Mhm.
you go.
Mhm.
Spawn.
I got I
Um,
got lots, right? I got
I
lots.
think I think my favorite thing to photograph, however, is probably Mythic Legions.
You know what? I have to give you that. Yeah. I've only have the couple, but they're really very photogenic. Like it's
Yes.
very hard to take a bad picture and it doesn't even really matter what it is, right? So like the Four Horsemen Studios did very well on those, right? So I was
Yes.
shocked to see the difference because I collect Motu as well. So like they did a lot of the sculpts for the classic Motu, and just
Mm-hmm.
the difference in that, like it's just mind blowing. So they've come a long way. So good for you. I hope to get a lot of Mythic Legions. How many of those do you have presently? Because you have a few too. I
Um, I mean, you can see them mostly in the background, but I would say
enough.
probably like 50,
Yeah,
60 almost.
yeah, that's crazy. And are they easily accessible? Like I know you guys like are closer to some of these places that carry them, retailers and stuff. I know here I don't have any retailers that carry Mythic Legions. I have to order online. So are you able to just walk into stores a lot more frequently?
There is a retailer in. I live in New York, so there's a retailer in New Jersey, Chubsy Wubsy. He's on
What?
Instagram
Yeah.
as well. He has them in store, but Four Horsemen is based in New Jersey. So when New Jersey Toy Con happens, they set up a booth. So I go there
Grab it
and
then.
I get everything there pretty much because they have everything retail. They do damage boxes, discounts.
Yeah, man. I gotta move to the States, apparently. Canada's nothing like that. We are lucky if we get discounted Walmart brands here, right? And that's what it is. So or everything's on clearance that you guys don't want it, so we get it. I swear to God, it sucks. Yeah, no, I loved. I think I saw a bunch of people went to that like Mythic Legion con over the past. I think
Yeah,
it's
I went.
something, right? It was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw the videos. So many different people. Um, that's pretty cool. Now, during your adventure on all this, because like you do everything from Disney, Marvel, all that stuff. Have you met anybody celebrity wise or big time that coincides with any of the things that you shoot? Does that make sense to you? Like,
Yeah, no, I've never have. Like, I mean, probably the closest thing would be the Four Horsemen, to be honest.
Yeah, like the manufacturer, right? So
Yeah.
no, that
Um,
yeah.
and they're great people. Like, they're real. Like when my first experience in ToyCon with them,
Mhm.
like they got out from behind the table. They went to the people. They were talking to everybody. And like they gave you backstory if it was your first time. Like they explained the whole purchasing process of
Nice.
Mythic Legions. And there was other manufacturers there as well because NECA is also based in New Jersey.
Of course. Yep.
And I'm not to take anything away from them, but they weren't like, "Hey, let me tell you something about our figures." It was just like, "Hey, look at this is a price right here, and you can purchase it."
Yeah, I will say that I've seen this online because, for example, I've shared a NECA figure, and NECA will view it, and you can see when they see your stories or see whatever, or your message. And then I've had the Four Horsemen where I've shared a sculpt, and they're like, thank you so much for your support, right? So I agree 100%. Like, even just seeing online, not seeing it in person, I could see exactly what you're saying from that company
Yeah,
and vice versa, right? So, no, that's cool, though, right? Because I appreciate manufacturers or companies that are willing to even make a comment or share something of yours or whatnot, because like they're watching what the people who are actually spending their money are saying
yep.
about and what they're doing, right? So good for them on that, right? Yeah, and that did you guys meet up with somebody there? Did you guys do like a whole group thing? I know a whole bunch of people went to that con last year, that thing, and like they did like a group thing and like
Yeah,
what. So
there
there's
was there was quite a few of us there, and then there was people that I mean we couldn't put obviously the face with the name, but we met people and they were like, "Oh, we're this account," and we're like, "Oh, we follow you."
no nice.
So it was nice. It was real nice.
No, that's always the best. I've only had that a couple times. Are you Cushy Mom? I'm like, I am. I'm like, and then I just walk away. Right? I'm like, oh, it's like a deer in headlight. Ugh, all right, for me at least. No, right? But no, I love that stuff. That's great. And you guys, because it is more of a like, I think is Toy Addict close by too then to you? You guys
Yeah, he
close
lives in he lives in Connecticut, but he's always driving down to
drive.
Chubsy's.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He talks about Chubsy Wubbies, and I know Super Cool was there at one point in time, who I also
Yeah,
follow and stuff. So I know like you guys are in that general area. So I'll have to check out Chubsy Wubsies because I've heard about it more than any other toy store in the past years. I think they did a grand reopening or something recently.
yeah.
Or
He just got a new location, so they did a grand opening. He closed his old location; it was smaller, so he
gotcha.
got a bigger location.
And have you
They're
been
amazing
yet?
people,
Yeah, have you
huh?
been yet? Not
No, it was this past Saturday. It was my son's
gotcha.
birthday, so I didn't get to go.
Family first, man. You totally understand, right? You'll never hear me say otherwise. So I would be a lot poorer if they were. I don't know what we're poorer then,
Oh,
but
you're talking about Mythics? Yeah,
oh yeah, closer to him. Yeah, I guess we had Raven's Eye and I had this conversation about these two. Like it's tough for him as well in Georgia there. So of course Thor is in the house. Hello, Thor.
yo.
Welcome to the program. Thank you for stopping by. That's
I
me.
mean, I will give it to Four Horsemen though. Like before last year, they did the event in New Jersey. They did a few in like upstate New York, and then they did like a few in a few other states. This year, they made it more clear. Like they're trying to travel to other states. I think they did one in California, or they're going to do one in
Mhm.
California. Um, they did one. I can't remember where, but it was another state. But they're trying to get to the people that don't have access.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Right. So, yeah, I'm hoping to see more here. I have like found a couple of retailers online that are willing to carry it in Canada, but again, it's not a direct thing, right? Which
Mhm.
sometimes it's much more easier to be direct. And
Yeah.
don't worry, people, if you're watching, I will purchase them off of you. I promise, because I ain't buying them anywhere else, right? But like, yeah, it's crazy. I hope that they make it into Canada and we might see some of those cons in the future because that'd be pretty cool to witness.
That'd be amazing.
People across the world are witnessing too, right? So that's cool. No, I love that. So I'm going to share some stuff because that's what we do on the Pic Bar. So I have some photos picked out that I absolutely love. Of course, I love everything from the horror, the video games, all that. So having your page being quite vast and verse like that is amazing. I actually went through quite a bit of it today, and I was like, shit, I didn't even see half of these photos here. And I see quite a bit of yours and Thor's, and like the algorithm shows you guys a lot, right? Which is good
Yeah.
for you and mine. I'm like, I don't know if anyone's seeing me, but at least they're being fucking seen, right? So, right? So good for you guys, right? But so I'm just going to click over to that screen now. And of course, I have quite a few screens open for you. Of course, Lazy Boy, Pic Bar. So we'll share them all today. But
Thank you.
let's go over to Blitz's personal page here. Of course, as you can see, we are on Blitz's page. I'm going to try to make that a little bit larger, but a little bit blind in myself. There we go. So if you haven't followed Blitz already, of course, this is Blitz's Instagram page. As you see, he is a professional lazy boy, the co-host on Lazy Boy Sunday nights, and
All day.
the Pic Bar, right? So both on YouTube, 8 p.m., sometimes a little later, depending when they're able to get on, which is cool too.
Mm-hmm.
All the links for Blitz are in his link tree in his bio. So as you can see, we have lots of toys here, lots and lots. Very fun. You'll have to forgive me because I'm not used to flipping back on these full outlaid screens like you guys are. I'm still learning the stream stuff. You guys are professionals, so good for you on that. I found some favorites today. Of course, I am not a huge Lego collector. I have started collecting Lego. So I really love how people are able to photograph them like this. Do you use backgrounds for this, or is this something you put in after the thought, like digitally or whatnot?
No, so this is actually the Sancto Sectorium Lego set. My wife brought. My wife loved Legos, so she brought it and she built it, and it was just sitting there. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna photograph it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually just Doctor Strange right in front of the entrance of the sanctum.
Oh, really? That's so cool, though. I really love Lego photography, and I don't know how people do it because it's such a simple item, but like they make it look so like it's just my. This looks good, right? I think I took a picture of. I'm just starting to collect, but I got like Harley Quinn, right? And they're not even
Dope.
real Legos, right? They're like the fake Lego guys, which sucks, but DC is where it's at for me. So I really like this picture because I do love Marvel too, but I don't have any Marvel yet. So very cool. I wish I could take photographs of Lego and make it look so like you know what I mean. Like, it looks so good. You guys are awesome though. Of course, I'm not huge on the wrestling anymore. I was a wrestler or I was into it when it was like Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, stuff like that. So you'll have to forgive me if I don't know the wrestlers' names in some of these photos. Of course, as you can see, we have your UC Monday Night Mayhem mashups here. And of course, that would be with Unworthy Collector,
That's
correct?
right.
So as you will see on this photo, these were the members of the toy photography community that jumped in. Quite a few awesome, badass people on here. A couple people I've never even met. So I'll definitely check out their pages. But I just love how you guys do this. And again, this is more digitalized. Or are you doing backdrops for this?
So the nameplate is just a crop in from an original photo
Gotcha.
of him on TV,
Okay.
and the background is actually just my TV.
Nice. So I have to ask because I see a lot of people use their TVs or like laptops, whatnot. How do you get it from not looking so pixelated? Because I've tried it once and I'm like, maybe it's just my TV is too big or like it's not like it's an angle. Like for me, it just doesn't
So
it, right?
I've raised the brightness on my camera. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the I actually make it darker on my camera.
Gotcha.
And when I set up lighting, you don't put it directly towards the TV. You put it more towards an angle, but towards the figure instead of straight flat, if that makes sense.
No, I know what you're saying because you'll get that glare and you get that reflection all the time. It's the worst enemy.
Yeah, and then you'll be able to see like the lines and the pixels. If you put it flat, you'll see all the lines and stuff.
I'll have to try sometimes. I haven't been brave enough to go. I do a lot of post edit, right? If I don't have the diorama pieces here or the backdrops, I'll just post edit and hope that no one can really figure it out. Yeah, mostly can people. For the most part, most people can on any photographer. It doesn't matter. That's why I always ask because some people can just do just that, right? Put it in front of their TV, and I'm like, is that digitally done or is it right? So that's why I always ask. Getting into Legos. Oh, we have some comments. Getting into Legos is a scale. It's a challenge, and I can't read what that little naughty thing says. So I live through folks like Blitz and Fast Eddie. I know Fast Eddie has some cool photos too. I've seen them as well. So definitely. Everyone is great. I think everybody's photos I've seen are amazing, even if you're just starting out, because we all start somewhere, right? I remember my first one was a grainy little shitty picture, but I was like, whatever. I took the time to do it, and I'm proud of it, right? So,
That's right. And you
and
have fun doing it. That's the most important.
well, we'll call it that, right? But the first one, not so much. When I got used to doing it, I was like, okay, I see why people can enjoy this, right? So in the beginning, it was not so much, right? That's okay. Now I'm going to go to Canada's sweetheart, of course, one of my favorite wrestlers because he is just
Bret
that
Hart.
Canadian treasure, Bret Hart. Of course, he will be in Niagara in the next couple months. I think I'm going to go hit up the Comic-Con so I can meet him.
Nice.
Very cool. So fingers crossed, everybody, on that regard. We're going to have a lot of wrestlers at Comic-Con this year. So that's going to be cool. Now, I love these photos. I do not understand how good you guys are at these photos. Like, I get it. You guys are amazing. So forgive me. Like, it doesn't even matter who it is. This is obviously on a diorama, correct?
Yes.
And do you have like space set up in your like home that you have just a shooting area, or are you like everyone else that I talk to and just pop and go?
Um, I like to use my dining table to be honest, like especially with
Oh,
Star Wars photos,
yeah. Okay.
because my dining table's black glass, so I like to make it look like a space station and all that stuff. But I set up always on my dining table. It's leveled enough with my chair where
Yeah.
I can set up and do everything. Yeah.
I wish I have separate tables that I have to like pop up, like they're folding tables so I can have them all around the house. But I'm like, at least I have different areas because the lighting in my house sucks. And I don't know about you, but I don't like playing around with lighting too much. Right? Like if like I hate it. It's like too hot sometimes to get these lights on. You got like 5 of them going here, right? But if you want to get a shot like you guys are getting, that's how you do it, right? So that's the thing. You guys have more commitment to it than I do, right? So, right? But we have some guests. Some people didn't know that you can use a TV as a backdrop. So today, not only did you share some information about yourself, but you shared some random facts with the community. So yes, you most
Glad I could
certainly
help.
make sure you lower the lighting on your camera, right? Or the settings on your
Yeah, you lower the lighting on the camera and then angle the light over the figure.
There you go. There's some advice from Blitz, even though he wasn't giving it. Here's some free bits anyways. Oh, I did my first pics in my garage just using the garage door light. Oh yeah, that's fun.
There you
That
go,
little
man.
crack through the door. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that's cool. So I recently saw. So you obviously have children, and
Yes.
do they have any interest in any of this? Like, I know everyone's kids are different in this community. Some do, and some are like, get out of here with that. Is it something that you foresee any one of them jumping into with you?
Um, so my middle son, he likes to help me set up, but he's not really into the whole figure thing. He's in his
Gotcha.
own world, but he'll
Okay.
help me set up and he'll help me like if I need to spray atmosphere aerosol and angle the lights, he'll help me with all that stuff. My oldest son, I could see him eventually.
Mhm.
Like the cars are pretty much because of him.
Oh, for sure. It's always the
Yeah,
kid.
like
We didn't buy
yeah,
those for you. I didn't really buy my Pixar cars for me. I just
like
tried it.
it. He's gonna be 17, and this was his favorite movie growing up, and he had mentioned it to me, and I was like, you know what? I think I should get some and start shooting them just for fun,
Sure. For
because
sure.
I don't like to stick to one line. I like to be as versatile as possible, but it's because I like to learn. So like when I get cars, obviously they're much smaller scale. It's like it's a challenge to try to shoot them.
Oh, for sure. Now, are those the little tiny little guys, or are they like the
No,
size ones?
yeah, those are the regular ones. I know which
Okay.
one you're talking about. The micro ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little. I
no,
know I have thousands. I'm like, what do you do with those after you open the mystery box, right? Like you
nah,
step on them.
nah.
No,
These
I
are the
love that.
regular diecast ones.
That's cool because this, I will shit you not, Cars, Lightning McQueen is my favorite cartoon character from Pixar. Like I Ka-chow and all that gets said around here all the time. I actually want a Lightning McQueen theme tattoo down my leg. So when I saw these and you're popping up, I'm like, yes, because nobody shoots them anymore. And everyone's like, you know that he's gonna die in the next movie, right? And I'm like, shut up. Lightning McQueen never dies, right? Right? Never, right? Right. No, I love these photos. And it goes with saying like you're very versatile. Where I can see in Mortal Kombat having Shao Kahn ripping someone's head off or something, then go to the cutesy wootsy little cars over here in Japan or whatever. Like the backdrop's supposed to be. Right? It's just I guess, a backdrop, right? Now we have Deadpool, of course. A homage you guys do a lot to Tuscan Traders, of course. Most of you people have followed the Pic Bar and whatnot will know that they are absolutely all the time supporting and making mention of this fella for good reason. So, of course, I don't have much to say in that regard about Ryan. Of course, what I've said previously in shows, I've heard many great things about him. But that is that if you guys are hearing about Ryan, Rad Ryan, Tuscan Traders. If you want, you are more than welcome to look into it much further. His wife is available online, stuff like that. So he's very well loved within the community, and you will hear a lot about Tuscan Traders going forth, whether it's here or within the Pic Bar or whatnot. So just to give y'all who may not know a little bit of feedback there. So very cool photo. I love Deadpool. And I believe you guys, with that being said, are doing a Deadpool challenge coming up, or a giveaway, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And we are going to switch over to that page right now, as you can see on the screen here. This is on the Pic Bar's page. If you haven't followed them, of course, I will share their page as well. Why don't you run by what's going on with the Deadpool giveaway? Of course, with us sharing the picture, it seems like a great time to do that.
So we're always trying to think of ways to give back to the community when we do giveaways, but also to keep the creative mind flowing. So we like to do like hashtags and little challenges, and well, not really challenges, more like posting events, I guess you could say. So with this one, we decided to do Deadpool Can't Keep a Secret. And it's pretty much just any themed photo using Deadpool where he just can't keep a secret. I mean, like for example, my Batman photo was also, it was homage to our boy Tuscan Traders, but it was also pretty much Deadpool saying, "Well, I'm Batman," because he can't keep a secret. But it's an awesome way to try to get the creative blood flowing. And it's a great giveaway I think we're doing as well. So we're going to be doing three winners for this one. So pretty much everybody has until the last day of this month to use the hashtag Deadpool Can't Keep a Secret. Also tag the Pic Bar directly in it so we can keep track of the photos. And then you'll be put on an elimination wheel on June 4th of Lazy Boyz. And last 3 men standing, or women, the third place will be like a little accessory pack for like dials and stuff. Second place is a $25 Amazon gift card, and first place is a $50 Amazon gift card.
Well, all right there, everybody. So how about that? If you love your Deadpool, I think this is a great giveaway to get in on, because I'm sure it's easy to take a picture of Deadpool not keeping a secret. Like, right?
Yeah.
Seems like someone who couldn't keep a secret anyway. So just saying, right? And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that's open to all of you around the world, or are we doing this just in the United States, Canada? How are you guys going about it?
Well, that's one of the reasons why we did the Amazon gift card. So it's an open challenge because we can just email the gift card to you.
Perfect.
And then I believe it transfers over currency if it's out of state. Yeah.
No, and that's what I always ask, because there's just sometimes I'll join in on, and not even in the toy, and I'm like, oh, it says Canada is not included. So I always like to ask, especially if it's something that helps reach out for you guys, right? So definitely hope that you guys see some bomb ass pictures. I don't have many Deadpool photos, but I'm going to attempt this one. I already did one photo for Toy Addicts Black and Wednesdays tomorrow, so we'll see if I can at least try to do it. I don't expect any winning prizes, but at least I can say I contributed to the cause, right? That's all that matters, and that's what it's about, right? So, because I'm not gonna lie, the Pic Bar Unworthy Toy Addict is what brought me into this realm, right? Unworthy brought me to the Pic Bar, and then I was like, okay, well, now I'm watching this all the time, and I got to start talking to you guys. Even if it's just a joke to one of your notes or a comment here and a comment there, like, you just get the feel of how everybody is, right? So that there is that contest giveaway. Everybody be sure to join in on that, or don't. All you're going to miss out is on awesome photos and maybe some prizes, right? Yep. That's not on us, right? Maybe save them some money, right? So, right? course, everyone in the house, Thanos Copter in the house, another person you see almost everywhere. For everyone, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Of course, you're the winners. You guys are all the winners here this evening. Not me. I lost today, right? But that's okay. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And then we got Toy Addict. I don't know if he's calling you a winner or me a winner, but we're both winners, and that's all. Thank you, Toy Addict. We all know, right?
Danny boy.
Yeah. That guy kills me, man. That guy kills me. I love that guy. He's funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
No, you both are. It's so funny, right? Like, and you get Thor sometimes. Always laugh because, like, you hear Thor talking sometimes on, the Pic Bar, and then all of a sudden he'll drop a cuss bomb, and I'm like, what did he just say? I never hear him swear. Whereas, like, if I look at you and hear you, and I can hear Toyak, I'm like, oh yeah, right? Like, right? So that's why I love you guys, because, like, you're so unpredictable, but predictable in some sense, right? So, no, I love it. Lazy Boy Sundays, a new symbol. Is this your new one? I think you got a new ad. This is your new crazy ad, which was cool. This is your ad for, I think you had Toy Addict on, but I remember you guys were switching. Are you using this logo now, or you were just doing that for Toy Addict that day? Boys, no, you switched.
No, I'm always like I don't know if the guys get tired of me, but I'm always trying to like better use of our logos and just keep messing with them.
Of course.
But like this one with the Pic Bar logo itself,
it's you guys.
I think this one is Yeah. And we're all in. I don't know if you can really see, but I mean, obviously, if you guys would have to like zoom in.
Yeah, there's Thor, Green Geek. I see you in there, and
AB.
Yeah.
AB in there too. But we're all in cartoon form.
Oh yeah, I can't see it that far. You sent it to me, and even then, I was like, "Okay, I know who it is, but I can't tell."
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
I just thought it'd be nice to do something a little different and just try to like I said, we're always trying to have like, I'm always trying to better our logo for appearance.
It's all
but
about
in the process of learning.
Yeah, for sure. I get it. Look at me today. I think I posted an ad for you, and my thing changed figs to this S, and I'm like, what an idiot. So no, I get it. It's always about fixing and bettering yourself, right? So everyone, if you can see on the screen, of course, this is the Pic Bar's Instagram page. Again, as mentioned, Thor is on there. We have Blitz, Green Geek, and of course, AB Photos is also a part of the group. Now, I believe a couple of those fellas filter into Lazy Boyz as well, correct? So Thor is in Lazy Boyz as well.
All of them are.
Me too. Like, I know AB, I don't see him as often. I know he's got other things going on with his family as well. So that's why I always like, wait, I know there's another one there, but who is it, right? So
yeah,
they're both on both shows. They're both great. The Pic Bar is more post course photos and stuff within the community, and whereas Lazy Boyz is they'll talk shit about toys and open toys and find out. And sometimes like Green Geek shows up and doesn't have toys, and you're like, what the hell's happening here? Because that's not usually the case, right? So,
it's rare.
I know when that happens, like, get your shit together, boy, right? Right? Get your shit. We definitely don't get tired of your impressive graphic work.
Aw, thank you guys.
I know he's and we're always keeping it fresh. Always love from the boys, of course.
Thank you. Course. Those are my boys.
That's the new. Oh no. Oh no. Well, all right then. With that, just some love. Of course, I gotta send the love from the boys to you. You already know you're well loved within the community, so that's always the best, right? So, is knowing that everyone is so well for the most part. I'm sure you have some apples in the group as well. So.
Well, we try to how you say like I said, we have a circle, and it's a lot of people are like-minded, but also not like-minded, if that makes sense.
No, for sure.
Because it makes everybody, how you say, like it's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it right. Hold on. It's like
take your time, bro.
Everybody can bond, but everybody has their opinion, and I think that's what makes the circle better.
Oh, for sure. And that's the best part of it, right? Like, you all know me. I'm very opinionated. If I have something to say, you're gonna know about it, right? And I'm not sugarcoat it. Like, I'm like, fuck you, right? But And I know not everyone agrees with me, but they respect me as a person because they know that we all have different opinions in life, right? So it
Yep.
doesn't make me a worse person than you, right? So, and I know with the group, we all know that there's a certain group that follows, like we know, the community knows, right? So, um, but there's a reason for it, right? Like that, those groups are generally good people, right?
Yeah.
So that's it happens, right? I'm just a lone wolf. I'm sorry, guys. I just join in sometimes. I'm an honorary member. I'm a
I
four.
used to be a lone wolf. I
I
used to be a
mean,
lone wolf,
and
but
it happens,
Ryan,
right?
Ryan, Ryan, Ryan took me out of that.
I really wish I got to meet, like, or like introduced sooner, right? Because I got to see it posthumously, and I'm like, it was great photos, and like, it just seems like he was a very well loved member within the community. Even like I said with Toy Addict in my previous shows, is like his name even reached out in my hometown, which is in Toronto, Ontario, basically in Canada. So for that, like, it just goes to show how inspiring he was to people, right? So, and I'm seeing
Yeah.
it filter through because everyone has such a heart for this fella within the community, right? So,
I will say that he was the individual, and I won't go into like
yeah, of
everything,
course.
but he was the individual that had so much going on,
Hmm.
but still would message you and be like, "How are you?"
See, that's what you need in life, right? That's a good guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's, and I think everyone needs that in the world, right? Like, I know that sometimes people are like, they can do this like facade, right? Like, whatever, but once in a while, just, hey, what's up, right? So, and that's what I like
Yeah.
about Instagram in a whole is like, I do find a lot more people are like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Are you okay? Because like I don't post as much anymore. I used to post every day, and now I'm like, I'm too busy, right? So, and those are the people within the community that are here today, right? Like that might be in the chat watching us right now, or same with like Thor, right? Like today, like Thor, I was just saying about this the other day that the ladies was still one of the best. We know we do have
Yeah.
unworthy on a show to do a dance a time or two because I don't think he has any dance skills whatsoever to even pull off striptease for anybody. But maybe that's a show for an unworthy addiction. Just throwing that one out there. Who knows, right? All goes over there. So I thank you for right. Right? No, that's crazy. So I love hearing about Tuscan traders without knowing them. So that's just amazing how many people in different communities talk about him, right? Like different groups. So good for you guys for staying like true and like a lot of you guys followed in his footsteps or were brought in because like this. So it's amazing. Yes, yes, good idea. Yeah. I think so, Thor. We should talk Unworthy into this. Unworthy, if you're watching, you have been challenged to do a strip tease on an unworthy addiction. Right? Can't handle it. That's not my problem, right? I'll ask Miss Unworthy.
I'm pretty sure Toy Addict will convince him.
Oh, I'm Toy Addict and I have our own plans. We were talking backstage. I'm like, you do this, I'll do this, you do that. We're all good. I know you've had a busy night tonight and you were just getting home from work. So I won't keep you much longer. But as per usual, I always give everybody the opportunity to plug things or plug, the Pic Bar, of course, the Pic Plug, which you'll have more information on that. Of course, what's coming up on the Pic Bar, what's coming up maybe on Lazy Boy, what's coming up in the world of Blitz, what's Blitz got going on, what's the community got, forward to look into. Okay.
All right, so tomorrow is Wednesday, so we have the Pig Bar. So we got three special guest hosts in the Pig Bar tomorrow night. So we got Sequential Plastic, uh, TMNT underscore
Yeah.
80,
Yeah.
1987 underscore,
Yeah.
something like that. I'm sorry if I butchered it. And Not a Bird, Not a Plane Photography. They'll be hosting the Pig Bar tomorrow. That's right, I'm taking them to church.
I wasn't saying it. That's not my line to say, boys.
um, he made me lose my train of thought. Nah.
No worries.
So there, look, Zach right there, Sequential Plastic. So they'll be hosting the Pig Bar. Um, I'm looking forward to it. I know they're excited. They get to feature the community, and I take pride, and the fellas take pride in being able to sit back and see the show being run by somebody else or other groups in the community because the show is for the community. It's not for us. That is why it's a feature show, but it's for everybody. So definitely don't want to miss that. That'll be tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Friday we'll be back for Friday Night Feats. So that'll be myself, Blitzfigs, Green Geek 88, AD Photos 35, and of course, can't forget Thor 2012, my boy. Um, and then this Sunday for Lazy Boys, we have First Strike Figs. He'll be joining us. He'll be our special guest. Another great person in the community, always down to do challenges and just real supportive in the community. So definitely don't want to miss that. The Pic Plug. So the Pic Plug is something we created to help people who have things going on in the community and want to spread the word more. So, for example, we always support, like I said, we have a circle, and Toy Addict is definitely a big part of that circle, and we always put the Pic Plug on like his Black and Wednesdays and things like that. But we want to do that for everybody in the community. So if you know anybody who has an event going on, whether they want to do a live in the community and they want people to join, if they want to do a collab, a big collab, and they want people to join, or if they're doing a new show of their own and they want to see if they can get an audience right away. Like, we're not saying we're perfect. However, we will definitely spread the word for you to get you as much exposure for what you want to do as possible. So we'll put it in the Pic Plug. We'll make a video. We'll set up a post with the Pic Plug, and we'll promote your stuff to you so you can get to where you're trying to get in the community, as long as it's within positivity and just having fun. So that's definitely that. Things we got going down the pipeline. Uh, Lazy Boys, we're probably going to be setting up another giveaway soon. I'm actually thinking of making another dial to do another giveaway. So that'll be something that we all discuss. And I know AB's big. AB has been a blessing since joining the Pic Bar and Lazy Boys, and he's always been a blessing behind the scenes as well. But like his creative mind on how he wants to give back to the community. So shout out to AB, man, because his thought process is everybody first, him last. So shout out to AB and his creative mind. He's going to be doing some stuff that he wants to set up for a giveaway as well. So pretty much it's just giving back. That's what we got set up. Giving back, having more guest hosts and having more guests on the Lazy Boys, and appreciating the community every day as we go.
And that's what it's all about. And that's what I brought this one here too, because everyone was able to welcome me into the world doing the exact same thing, right? So, and it's just fun getting to actually sit back and talk to people in general, right? That you might never ever
Yep.
get to meet, but at least you're like, hey, I have a respect somehow, somewhere down the line. So, no, I appreciate it. I'm excited for tomorrow, the Pic Bar, because I have a little bit inside scoop of one of the featured photos. So,
Ah,
yeah, I got a little inside scoop. A housemate, my husband is one of the people who follow you guys as well. So I have a feeling that one of his photos went up. So I'm excited to kind of again with the same thing, like bring it. I brought him into this world. You guys are bringing him into the world without even knowing it, and that's what the crazy part is, right? Like I've spoken to these people behind the scenes, and I'm like, hey, you nominated my husband's photo the other day, and they didn't know that, right? I was like Unworthy was one of them, and I'm like, hey, yeah, so that's right. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm excited to see, and I'm wondering if it's my figures he took photos with, or if he used his own this time, right? Every time I log in, I'm like, whoa, those are my Ninja Turtles. So, right, we'll see if it actually happens. But yeah, no, I thank you guys for what you do. Obviously, you guys are
Thank
all
you.
awesome. Every single one of you guys. Shout outs, obviously, to people who aren't a part of the Pic Bar, and of course, Lazy Boy, Toy Addict, Unworthy. There's so many of you guys that are in the comments and stuff. Like, I'll probably run out of breath, but you know who you are. Obviously, you are all appreciated by myself, and of course, by the Pic Bar, the Lazy Boys, and of course, Blitz and himself. So, with that being said, I won't keep you much longer, my friend. I do appreciate you coming on. I do appreciate, even
Thank
though it's
you.
short and we're both busy and we're both tired, and you almost didn't make it, and I was like, well, whatever, it's just Blitz. And we didn't. The best part is we didn't talk shit about McFarlane too much, so you made it unscathed. You're unscathed today, right? We'll wait for the other shows to find out more about that love, right? So
We'll see.
that's right.
I just want to, can I shout out some people, please?
You can shout out whoever you want, my dude.
So definitely got to shout out my boys, Thor, Green, AB. Like it started from nothing and it quickly became family. So I appreciate you fellas more than you guys will ever know, and that goes in full circle because I'm pretty sure they say the same thing.
Mhm.
Uh, Zombie Clown Photography, my boy Alex. I talk to him almost every day as well. Very supportive, always down to talk if you need to talk, man. He's hell of a dude. Fast Eddie Nerdery, same thing, man. Another guy, like he goes through what he goes through, but he's always there to talk to you. So shout out to him for always being who he is and being a great friend to me. Connexus, another guy. We didn't meet him until the day we put him on Lazy Boyz with us, and he's the most down to earth person there is. And I talk to him here and there, but he's always like so appreciated. So shout out to those ones, man. Unworthy, Toy Addict. Oh, that's another thing. Their show is this Thursday, episode 2. They got the Unhuman on for a worthy addiction.
Right.
See?
They do.
Yep. And then tomorrow is Toy Addicts Black and Wednesdays,
Right.
TA_ Black and Wednesdays with an S, color blue.
And it's and, not black end, people. Like I tried to do, and Wednesday, right? But no, that's tomorrow. That's always fun. So
there's so many more people I want to shout out, but I can't remember all of them. See, there's so many wonderful people.
It is a huge community, and you'll always forget someone anyway. So instead of making them feel bad, we shout you all out. You're all kick-ass. You're all amazing, and keep doing what you're doing, right? So I think that sums it up for that. If we miss any of you, Ravens, you too, Ravens. I don't.
Oh yes, Ravens as well. See, there's so many people.
Yeah, this is your moment, brother. Right? Like Toy Addict, you're amazing. You're the shit, man.
Nah, it's our moment, and I say that for the community because I don't take anything from me. I take it for everybody.
No, and
any feature I get, I always tell the fellas, this is our feature. Whatever it is, it's for everybody.
That's you guys. Not the host doesn't matter in this episode. It's all about the rest, and that's how I see it as. Here, of course, I'll feed in a little bit about toys because that's what we do. But that's it. It's all about giving back and just supporting everybody within the realm of the toy community, right? So thank you for being as awesome as you are, of course.
Thank you.
I will kick you off and meet you backstage just to say goodbye and thank you one last time. And
thank you.
Both there, I appreciate you so much. And hopefully I can have the rest of the Pic Bar on one day or the Lazy Boyz. You're all more than welcome, of course, right? So, but I'll see you momentarily. I'll say goodbye to everybody and thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody that came by too. Thank you.
Of course. All righty, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining the show. I am thrilled to just be able to communicate and, meet more people within the toy community realm that I have mad respect for. Again, if it's photography, collecting, just being generally good people. Lazy Boyz, Sundays, of course, the Pic Bar on Wednesday. Toy Addict, Unworthy Addiction. Also, you've been challenged, Unworthy. We'll see if you'll pull it through. But with that being said, you guys have a kick-ass night. I hope to see you next Tuesday as I've had a cancellation. However, if I don't have a rebook, I am going to do a live unboxing of a bunch of toys that I have gotten. So join me or don't. That's cool too. But with that being said, you have a kick-ass night, and I will see you all very, very, very soon. All righty, take care of yourselves and be safe.